but let me tell you why I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. This is BioXcellerator. It's the world leader in stem cell therapy. And it seems that I've had many concussions and my neck is an absolute disaster from a degenerative disc disease. So what they've done is they've pumped stem cells into my spinal cavity, which will go into my brain to help with my concussions and CTE Now, just a few months ago, I get a call from Danny, and he says, "Hey, dude, what do you think about going down to Colombia to get pumped full of stem cells at this place called BioXcellerator? They do these procedures that aren't even legal in America, and we can just get like world record stem cells." I have degenerative disc disease in my neck, which means that my vertebrae are getting closer and closer.
You've been to Medellin before? First time?
Never been to Colombia.
Really?
Yeah, my first time.
This used to be the most dangerous place of Colombia, Medellin, when Medellin was one of the most violent cities in the world. Okay, we couldn't do this. We couldn't cross because there was a bunch of invisible lines that would just come and kill you. So it was all controlled by gangsters. So this is the other Medellin, guys. You are in one Medellin, that is El Poblado in the south area, and this is the other Medellin, that is the invasions.
So we were in Beverly Hills, now we're in Compton.
Exactly.
Yeah, Medellin, Colombia, community, sí.
So of course I'm like, hell yeah, going to go hang with Danny Way, and now he's going to set the world record for the most stem cells ever pumped into a human. Yeah, dude.
You jumped up already?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Really?
I couldn't show you. And I think that
King of Pain is trying to hold King on his brain over here.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big plane.
Today I'm not here as your historian or tourist guide. We're here to break world records, 3 of them to be precise, and on a skateboard. This is the Chinese skateaway.
So I think right here, jumping from there over here, is the widest spot of the wall, which I feel does the most justice for skateboarding and the possibility of breaking a world record. So
When I was 15 years old, Danny was 15 years old, and he was a pro skateboarder, and I was riding his pro model skateboard. And then when we were in our 20s, we became buddies and just both took off on these crazy careers. Now we're both 47 years old. We're pushing 50, and we're still out there breaking ourselves. And knowing Danny, like, it was no shock that he's setting out to set a Guinness World Record for having the most stem cells pumped into a human ever. Fucking do this.
And I'm a fucking honored to fucking be behind the wheel of the car, dude, making history right now.
5 years ago, Danny and I got together, and he crashed a car through a wooden outhouse, which I was jumping a skateboard off of. And I shattered my ankle, requiring 11 screws and a plate. And when I went into surgery, I decided that I was going to try to fight the anesthesia, and we filmed it, and it was hilarious. We called it the General Anesthesia Challenge.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Bye-bye.
15 seconds is the score to beat. And within the next few days, Danny went in for his surgery. He tries to beat my record, but he failed miserably.
So here we are in beautiful Medellin, Colombia, on the 3rd stop of the global tour, Anesthesia Challenge Tour. And I have a group of doctors here that are going to try and put me out, and I don't know if it's possible, so I'm going to explain why I'm here in the meantime. After years of abuse to my body, and especially my neck, I have done quite a bit of damage to my thoracic spine, especially through C5 through 7. C5 through 7 I have a substantial amount of degeneration and spinal stenosis, and the bone spurring, you know, the actual the amount of space that my spinal cord has to work with that.
I've definitely beaten myself up a lot, but over the years there were a few times I went to see chiropractors and they took x-rays and said, dude, you're Keith Richards. You know, the only problem you have is in your neck with degenerative disc disease. It's definitely gotten worse. Every time I get an x-ray, they're like, oh, and I see it, it looks more and more messed up. So I came down here and I got an MRI, and they showed me actually what was messed up about it, like the discs in my vertebrae. Like when you get to a certain point, it just looks like they're not even in there. And like I can tell my neck's messed up. It's not to a point where it's debilitating or painful, but dude, it's on the way. So thank God I was able to come down here and get all this stem cell treatment to preemptively prevent it from becoming debilitating or painful.
Down. Face down. Steve, face down.
I was pretty mellow. I just got it in my spinal cavity to go up my spinal cord to my brain stem to help with concussions. I got it in my vertebrae in my neck to help with degenerative disc disease. I got it in my face to make me look sexy. And I shot up 85 million stem cells through an IV, just flushed through my body to hone in on whatever it finds that needs help. I wrote, no more feeling tired, because I'm really plagued by chronic fatigue. I want to ollie higher on my skateboard, I want to have a better life, and I want to have a better neck. I mean, dude, I didn't write bigger penis, but that would be cool too.
This is not my first trip to
You win. You win the challenge.
I don't want to win the challenge. I want to win I want results that can win the challenge long term. You know, I'm not in for a quick fix. I'm in for a life fix.
One of my major goals with stem cell therapy was to not feel tired so much, because I definitely suffered from chronic fatigue. Yesterday I had 95 million stem cells injected into my spinal cavity, my neck, my face, and over the course of the evening last night, I just became like energized and hyper-focused on emails where I was able to like tackle tax documents, like lawsuit interrogatories, like shit that I don't fuck with, you know?
These results are life-changing situations for many people. And if we can all come together and we can start sharing all of our databases without ego, you know, and we can just become kumbaya, one happy family, I would